Miss Fairfax, of you being out in the rain at the post office this morning. Young ladies are delicate plants. You must take good care of your health.
I am much obliged by your concern, sir.
Going to the post office in the rain? You sad girl. We shall have to do something about this. Oh, well, the man who collects our letters every morning shall inquire after yours and bring them to you.
You are very kind. But I will not give up my walk.
No, my dear, I'm afraid it's settled.
Excuse me. I will not consent to your servant being troubled.
I think it can be a very good idea to take a morning walk if possible. You are not so far from the post office. And then, of course, there is the issue of privacy.
Well, I obviously have to accustom myself to the ways of the countryside. Naturally, those of us from the city with modern manners would never dream of any indiscretion.
Of course not, my dear.
Thank you.
But remember, the people of Highbury are quite unsophisticated. They do not have your experience of life.
Quite so. And in Bath, we would certainly have announced dinner by now.
Dinner is served.
Now, Jane, it's time we found your position as a governess. The very best positions are snapped up as soon as they become known.
Colonel and Mrs. Campbell are in town by midsummer. I must spend time with them. Please, do not trouble yourself.
Oh, trouble? What nonsense. No, I shall write to Mrs. Partridge and tell her to be on the lookout.
Thank you, but I would rather you didn't.
We'll find you a marvellous position.
I am sure that when the time comes, I am not afraid of being unemployed for long.
Ah, here comes my old beau. I like him excessively. He is full of old-fashioned politeness. He's always praising my dresses. See how he leads the way to talk to me?
Yes, but for stability's sake.
But I don't need that.
What do you think of this one? Rather handsome, I think. Not sure if it's over-trimmed. I have the greatest dislike of the idea of being over-trimmed. Quite a horror of finery. Oh, Mr. Weston, at last. We were expecting you a little earlier. Good evening, Mr. Weston.
Miss Woodhouse, I was late home from London and found this. Read it, my dear. It's for you.
You have opened it, then you know full well what it says.
Mrs. Churchill has taken a house in Richmond for her health. Frank may now come and go as he pleases. His aunt cannot keep him from us. He can always be home.
I confess I have been longing to see Mr. Churchill. We are very much missing young